I am so glad that you're here. And our goal in Brainiacs is what? To become better readers and writers. That's right. And we're going to do that in 3 ways. So we're going to build more. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to read more. We're going to write more. And we're going to talk more. And yes, of course, we're going to build more. Don't worry. Yeah. So reading more, writing more, and talking more. Today, we're really going to focus on talking more and writing more. So we've talked about in our lessons the beginning of the story, the who, the where, the when, the what's going on. We talked about kaboom. Oh no, that's a huge problem. We talked about our kaboom moments, right? The problem of our story and how our characters feel about it. And now we get to wrap it up. That's the name of this lesson, is wrap it up, not that kind of wrap it up. We're going to wrap it up like a bow. So take your hands and go, wrap it up. Turn to your friend and say, wrap it up. That's right. You're going to wrap up this story that you're writing. So if you remember our story art right here, and we have the beginning, we have the middle, and we have the end. That's right. If you were saying it with me, nice job. Beginning, middle, and end. And in the middle, well, remember, this is our kaboom. Right? That's the problem. And here in the beginning, I said who. I say where. Oh, that's a terrible R. We say when and what's going on. All right. And then here at the end, we're going to do 2 things, and I'm going to tell you about those 2 things. But let's back up just a little bit to our kaboom moment, right? The problem. So I was telling you a story about me and my friends, and we were paddling our boat down the river, right? And it was so hot. It was the middle of summer, and I was with all my friends, and we're paddling down the river. And then my friend, she rocked the boat and whoosh, flipped over the boat, and all the alligators started swimming towards us. Kaboom! That's a huge problem, right? Totally a huge problem. So we have to figure out how we're going to solve that problem. So we're going to solve it. You do that with me. Say solve it. Like you're looking through a magnifying glass because you're an inspector and you solve things. Solve it. Wrap it up. Do it with me. Solve it. Wrap it up. Right, we're going to do those 2 things. So I'm going to write them over here. We're going to solve it. And we're going to wrap it up. All right. So when we solve it and wrap it up, let me tell you how it goes with my story. So I'm in the water with those alligators. They're coming at us and we're so scared. But then you'll never believe what happened next. Then I started swimming and I got this feeling of bravery that overwhelmed me. And I reached in the water and I grabbed an alligator by his tail and I swung him and I flung him all the way to the trees. And then I picked up this one, I swung him and I flung him all the way into the swamp over there. And I kept swinging and flinging and swinging and flinging. My alligators were out of the water and we were all safe. And we flipped our boat back over, we climbed back in, and then we continued paddling down the river happily for the rest of the day. That's the end of my story, right? Isn't that a fun story? So you got to see my kaboom moment, and then I solved the problem by swinging and flinging those alligators, and then I wrapped it up. And I wrapped it up by flipping the boat over and climbing in. After the problem went away, I was able to solve that problem. Does that make sense? All right, so what we're going to look at today is the end of the story. So you, boys and girls, are going to be working in your groups, and you're going to be working on the end of the story that you have been building and writing, right? So you built the beginning of your story, you wrote the beginning of your story. You built your kaboom moment, and you wrote your kaboom moment. And now you're going to build the end of that story. You're going to solve that kaboom moment. So you got to build your solve. You got to solve the problem, solve it. And then you have to build the end of the story, the resolution. You could do that on one tile. So you can solve it and wrap it up. The wrapping it up isn't so much something you would build. It's more of the stuff that you're going to say. You're going to talk to your buddies about that. All right. So today it's going to be a 2, 2, 1. A 2, 2, 1. 2 kids, 2 tiles, One story. So I want you to look at your brain buddy. You should be sitting with your brain buddy, so this is easy, right? Look at your brain buddy. Say, 2 kids, that's us. 2 tiles in the box. 1 story, that's our story. That's right, and you're doing the end of your story. You're going to solve it, wrap it up. That's your job today. So that is our lesson for today, boys and girls. We are going to become better readers and writers by reading more, writing more, and talking more, and that is how we build to learn. Oh my gosh! Hi everybody, I totally forgot to tell you. Oh, you have to write your story too. So you and your buddies, you just did a 2-2-1. 2 kids, 2 tiles, 1 ending of your story. Now it's time for you to get to that paper and write an amazing ending to your story. Write what you just built. So everything that you built on your tile, use that to help you go to your writing. Let that really help your brain fire and help it remember what it is that the end of your story is all about. All right, so you're going to go to writing. Have a great day. Bye.